Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today I'd like to speak with you about one of the fruits of the struggle between Sunni Muslim and Shiite Muslim. Previously, I felt the many people asked me, and I felt there is a need to explain about the roots of the Sunni Muslim and the Shiite Muslims. And the reason is, especially people in the West, they really do not know uh, what this is and why are they fighting. And we spoke about these roots, that it is deeply rooted in hate since the time Muhammad was still in Arabia alive. And rightfully so. I mean, a woman is accused, the wife of Muhammad was accused that she committed adultery. And even though many Muslim, especially Sunnis, Muslim leaders, they come out and say, how can you accuse one of the mothers of the believers of committing such act? Yeah, she was a young lady, 15 years old, married, and she knew the power of sex, plain and simple. And her husband at this time was over 60. I think it is the Muslim are making big fuss of that as if it is the end of the world. But if you think of it realistically, a 15 years old girl, why should she be subject to sleep next to a man who is 60? It doesn't add up. I mean, she lived with him since she was 9. That's the age of her grandpa. So she had some time together with this guy Safwan in the desert, and she came back to Muhammad, and for 1 month he struggled. I'm going to put the description of that video in the box so I don't have to speak about it. It's better you can watch it. So anyway, that initiated wars since the very beginning because of that hate between those who supported Aisha, the daughter of one of the first disciples, and those who supported Muhammad's nephew, one of the first disciples as well. And actually the struggle was never about a message or about something holy. The struggle was practically who can become the leader, who is the person in charge. Because when you are in charge, everybody has to follow you according to the Islamic tradition. You become the head, and everybody has to say yes sir to you. So it was not a religion, it was not faith, it was not God, it was not anything other than greed of how much I can get for myself. Okay. All after Muhammad died, even while he was alive, all these invasions of the towns and the cities and the countries nearby, it was not to spread a message, whether it's Islam or other than Islam. It was to loot. They tell you, they killed the men. It's in the Islamic history. Read the Islamic history. They kill the men, they loot the wealth, they take the women as sex slaves, and they sell the boys in the slave market. That was standard. After Muhammad died, they wanted to do the same. So at the end, who is going to collect the most money? He wanted to be the leader. And therefore, they murdered each other. All of the early followers of Muhammad, they murdered each other. If they were really people of faith and spreading a religion, they should sit and find a way to bring the message, if it was a good message, to the people. When these people came to invade Egypt, there was no Quran, there was nobody who understood. Some people just joined because of the bonanza that is going on. Just go and fight the infidels and get a couple of women and some booties and come back home, or even live in these countries that they have wealth and they are not as hot as hell where you live in Arabia, and enjoy life. So that was the motivation of these people. Okay, that we spoke about that before. Anyway, the Arab leaders of today, such as Saddam Hussein, Gaddafi, Mubarak in Egypt, what have you, all of them understood that, of course, they are the same. They want to be in power. That's why they sit and they don't move until it's either they get thrown out, killed, or die natural death. All of them like that. They don't leave. They are like parasites. So, uh, these leaders knew to stay on top, you have to have an iron fist and hit. If anybody tries to go against you, hit him hard. Hit them all hard. Kill few. Kill a whole village. It doesn't matter. You have to stay on top, because if they push you out, you will be killed. So it's a matter of life or death too. And look at them, all of them. They die. They get killed. Mubarak is a bit lucky, actually. He was just taken out of the office, and al-Bashir of Sudan is still going through trial, although anyway, that's another issue. The question here, why Trump at this moment initiated the order to get rid. I don't want to say kill, because killing is actually, when you are at war, you kill your enemy. But this guy, he was playing it both ways. I'm at peace and they don't do anything yet. He had people literally inflicting damage on people everywhere. And Iran and Iraq, where he was killed in Iraq, have been enemy, because one is because during since 1980 until 1988, for 8 years they were fighting each other, killing each other. And now all of a sudden, some Iraqi people are demonstrating in front of the American embassy, like what they did in Iran in the year 1979, and they held 52 hostages for 444 days. They were trying to do the same, but they miscalculated. Carter during the year 1979, he was the president, and he was boneless, spineless, weak president. Fast forward to the time of Obama, he was worse. Because it's either he was Muslim hiding undercover to get things done in favor of Muslims, or he was weak, boneless person. So when he saw Iran is acting up instead of standing up to them, he loads cash, green dollars, cash, in an airplane to ship to them $1.8 billion, which they use to build missiles to kill Americans. So Trump is a man of a different breed. He is not that gutless, weak president. When he saw that Qasem Soleimani went to Iraq, the country that's supposed to be enemy of Iran, he knew he's up to something. After the American forces killed, I think, 29 Iraqis who were trying to demonstrate to make it again to the American consulate in Iraq, as they did in Iran in 1979, trying to take the people, American people, hostages. President Trump acted quickly and he killed few of them. So what happened here is Soleimani, the Iranian general, went to Iraq, whom are supposed to be there, his enemy. What was he there for? Did he go to do some prayer there? Did he go to visit his brother-in-law? No. He was in Iraq because he was preparing to punish America by doing something probably more terrible than just hijacking the embassy. I really don't know what he was up to, but he was not there to have a cup of coffee with a friend. He was there to inflict tremendous damage. So once this took place for Trump, that was the time to eliminate him. Probably the word eliminate is better than killing him. Eliminate him. Take him out of the picture so that Iran gets the message. What happened afterwards? Iran responded with rockets. The thing is here, my own feeling, I could be wrong, but I'm putting my own feeling here. Iran, killing this guy, Iran was hit very, very hard. Very hard. And to respond, they knew if they respond accordingly, they will be the end of Iran. The end of Iran. So they did what we call fireworks. Just shoot few rockets up in the air and hope that they don't hurt anybody, so that they can say, oh, we punished the Americans. And right after they shot these rockets, they said these rockets that they were built by American money that Obama gave them. Okay? They said we killed 80 Americans, and the media jumped to that right away. How did you know? You are sitting in Iran and the rockets landed in Iraq. The Americans did not make any announcement. Who counted these 80 killed, 80 American killed. Who counted them? Nobody. They just make empty stuff for local consumption by the people that we are capable to stand in the face of America. Later on, Trump spoke and he said, no, nothing happened, only minor damage to the exterior of the building. Is not worth even talking about. But he said it clearly. As long as I'm president, Iran will not have nuclear capability. And Iran got that. Not only Iran, believe it or not, China understood that this person in the White House is not the same like Obama. Kim Jong-un of North Korea got the message. So, that was good response actually from President Trump. I really thank him for that. So he, once the chance came to eliminate Qasem Soleimani, he got rid of him, and with that, Iran is in terrible situation. And now there is no need to fight Iran with weapons and missiles, because why? Why do that for them? People want freedom. Fight for your freedom. The Iranian people, the Iraqi people, the Egyptian people, you want freedom? It's not given. You fight for it. You fight for your freedom, and you fight to maintain your freedom. Don't look that America will send troops and military to give you your freedom on a silver platter, and then you turn against America. You want your freedom? Take it. Do something. So now the Iranian people are to stand responsible, to throw away this regime and establish a democratic country. The same goes to the rest of the Middle East and North Africa and all the Islamic countries. You want freedom? Get rid of this disease called Islam. Okay, so now we're 40 years after the incident that it took place in 1979 in Iran, in the American consulate, when the Iranian invaded, as usual, the Muslim invaded the American embassy, and they took 52 hostages. And President Trump said it very clearly that he had 52 targets. One for each American was taken hostage for 444 days. He's going to hit and hit hard. So these people understand one language: power. Give them, hit them hard, show them who is the alpha dog. They will give you respect, because these dictators do not know negotiation or kindness. This is the only way to deal with them, whether it's Kim Jong-un, China, Xi Jinping, or Iran, or any other dictator. We thank you. Actually, before I forget, YouTube keeps removing some of my videos, and they might shut my channel. And I mentioned that before, that I'm not really well rehearsed in this internet technology. So if somebody has a suggestion to do some backup channel, can send me some information how to do that, and so that people can once if they shut the channel, they can go to the next channel and watch whatever they want. Thank you very much. We see you again. Bye.